Hello, everybody. Welcome along. Happy Easter Monday. It is the 5:30 kickoff in the Championship for our watch along. It is the first of three head-to-heads between the top four in the Championship in the run-in. It is Ipswich versus Southampton. Get yourself comfortable and get ready for the watch along. Okay, we are here, there, and everywhere. We are live here on the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. We are up there on TikTok, on the phone. We are also live on the Blue Monday YouTube as well. So, wherever you're watching from, get your comments in, get your thoughts in, get the debate moving. We're live on Twitter as well. Let's get this one going now. Ipswich versus Southampton. It should be a fantastic game, this second versus fourth at this point of the season to end this Easter weekend for Ipswich and Southampton. Remember, Leeds do face Hull after this at 8 o'clock. So it's not the final game of the round, but you probably want to know what has gone on in the round thus far. There are some big winners and some big users as well here. Leicester 3, Norwich 1. Leicester back on it today. Birmingham 1, Preston 0. That could be huge down at the bottom for Birmingham. Coventry 1, Cardiff 2. Coventry in their playoff race did not want to be losing that home game. Middlesbrough 2, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Wednesday, one of the big losers down the bottom. And the other one is Plymouth. Plymouth 0, Bristol City 1. 6 points for Bristol City over the Easter weekend. Rotherham 2, Millwall 1. Then their Millers finally win themselves a game. And that is not good news for Millwall at all. We'll look at the table in a minute. Stoke 1, Huddersfield 1. An unhelpful draw. More unhelpful for Huddersfield than Stoke, given we know where they both are in the league table. Sunderland 1, Blackburn 5. What a win for Blackburn. Vital. And no 5 goals for QPR, but what a win and what a weekend. 6 points for Rangers. Swansea 0, QPR 1. It was a Desmond at the Hawthorns, West Brom 2, Watford 2. Let's bring up the Championship table and just see where we stand with the automatic promotion race, the playoff race, and the relegation survival race. Start at the bottom, and well done, Rotherham. They lived to fight another day. They could have dropped today, but they got themselves the win to keep themselves in the game for another week. Sheffield Wednesday, big defeat. Big 4 games there, 1 point across the last 4. They've been good for December, since December. I've backed Sheffield Wednesday a lot to survive, but they need to get their asses in gear over these last 6 games, else they're not going anywhere, are they? Neither are Huddersfield, who got a small little kick when Andre Brighton Writer arrived, but they're still in the bottom 3. Plymouth right on the edges of it now. Look at that, 3 straight defeats. Puts Argyle down there. What a huge win for Birmingham. Massive. Takes them to 42 points and above both Huddersfield and Plymouth. Millwall, well, they've had their little spike under Neil Harris, but still got a 4-point cushion. A very unhelpful defeat today when a lot of Millwall fans would have had that circle as a 3-pointer. Stoke got themselves a draw. They've hit the magic 45 that we don't actually think is going to be all that magic this year. But Blackburn, huge win for Rovers there, 5-1. Literally and metaphorically, that huge win for Blackburn today. And QPR, I mean, wow. If ever you wanted back-to-back wins in a relegation fight during the Easter weekend, that is the time to do it. And QPR move up. I don't know what's happened to FootMob there. It's Ghost in the Machine, I think. The table's just done something weird. Let me just hit refresh and see if we can get into the playoff race and whatnot as well. And in that playoff race, everybody lost, didn't they? Look, West Brom lost, Norwich lost, Coventry lost, and Preston lost. Potential huge opening up for Hull If Hull lose as well, then look at Middlesbrough, Cardiff, Bristol City, Watford behind them, all winning. Okay, the last couple of names there are a long way off. But particularly Middlesbrough, look, they could potentially be 6 points off it. And look at Coventry and Preston as well. Game in hand on Norwich and 6th there. Hull have 2 games in hand. Of course, one of them is tonight, and it is away at Leeds United, which has not been fun this season, visiting Leeds for away teams. And up at the top of the table, Leicester City are back at the top of the pile with their win against Norwich. Remember, Ipswich can move above them. They need a win, but of course they will have played a game in more. Do remember, Leicester's game in hand is against Southampton. It's a midweek game, I think, middle of April, after the 3-game week that comes up following this Easter weekend. Leeds haven't played yet. Southampton haven't played yet. So it's just advantage Leicester. They've got ahead, got their job done, and Leicester are back at the top of the table. Big hello, loads of comments in the chat. I haven't read any of them out there, but I will read that one. Peanuts, €2 on the super chat. Thank you so much. My Oldham had to flop playoffs, but happy Easter. Thank you so much indeed. We'll go to comments in a minute, but we must first off get into our team news for Ipswich versus Southampton. Okay, so a few little tweaks for both sides. I must confess, FootMob is very much struggling here. So I'm just going to hold off 1 second while I've got the spinning wheel of doom. And in fact, shall I read out a couple of comments while FootMob is refusing to load? We may have to go to another provider for our teams, or it may just be my computer. Let me just see if I can get it on the iPad real quick. I think I possibly can line up. Yeah, maybe it's my computer rather than FootMob, maybe the desktop version of the app. But if you can see that, which is completely unhelpful for me. Hladky in goal for Ipswich. Tuan Zabi keeps his place at right back. Wolfenden and Burgess are the centre-backs. Burgess returns. He did not play at Blackburn, having gone away on international duty with Australia. Leif Davis, of course, starts for Ipswich. Morsey and Luongo. Some questions. Have we got it on the screen? Oh, my God. What are you doing, FootMob? You're killing me. Some question, maybe Luongo might step out in this one and Travis might come in, but Luongo starts at centre midfield with Sam Morsey. The real interesting change, Broadhead out. So we think Amari Hutchinson might well play down the left as a kind of inverted winger. And Caden Jackson comes in with his running power down the right, potentially. Chaplin in the 10 and Kiefer Moore up top. Apologies that FootMob has just died. Obviously, it's not my fault, but it's still bloody irritating, isn't it? Just when we needed it. We can do the Southampton team off the iPad as well. Gavin Bazunu in goal. Bree Bednarek. They've got Harwood Bellis at right back. Not that you can probably see that. Stick him at centre back and stick Stevens at full back. I think that's been the pattern there. In midfield, Stuart Armstrong. Downs, former Ipswich player, of course, and Joe Aribo. And then up top off the left, Ryan Fraser, another former Ipswich player. He was there on loan. Down the right-hand side, the brilliant Adam Armstrong, who you'll see on the ticker. 19 goals, 11 assists, 30 goal contributions. How about that? Che Adams, who probably needs to get on the score sheet today to appease himself in respect of the rather bad miss he had the other day. Southampton drawing late on, or rather being pegged back late on against Middlesbrough. That late equaliser and some fingers pointed at poor old Che Adams there. So I've reset FootMob and shut down the window there. Which means that we can probably just talk a little bit quickly before we go to your predictions about Match Bingo. I hope you've had a good fun weekend over on Match Bingo. We had the huge prize pots in Brentford Man United and in Arsenal and Man City. Today, I have got myself a £2 card for Ipswich versus Southampton. So we're going to be playing along as we go in the devious middle column. I need a goal in a minute ending in 5. I need 2 minutes of injury time. I need a yellow card shown in a minute ending in 4. But maybe as an Ipswich Town fan, I wouldn't like that yellow card to be shown to one Sam Morsey, who is on 12 with still enough games to get up to 15 and get suspended, maybe even for a playoff campaign. Right, let's get into it. Predictions time now, as FootMob still continues to crap out. You have got 16 seconds. Let's dive in. To get your predictions in, stick the team names in, and we will get all your predictions up on the screen. Get involved now. 16 seconds. Go. Right, let's get your predictions in. We'll let that roll a little bit more so we can get plenty of predictions in. Guys, at this point, with trolling on the internet and abuse and just being a dickhead, frankly, one strike and I'm just going to put you in the sin bin for 5 minutes. So don't cry when you get put in the sin bin if you're a dick. Just think, oh, maybe I've been a dick. Yeah, Ben's a reasonable guy. I'm just not having this abuse online. I'm cracking down on it now. I'm ignoring it, or I'm just going to put people in the sin bin. So we want to have a great debate going in the championship. But if you're going to be a dick, a prick, a twat, a jerk, use whatever word you're comfortable with me saying. Do one. Go away. Leave us all alone. We're here to talk about the football. Don't try and wind me up. Don't try and wind other people up. Be a nice person. It doesn't cost anything. There we go. Rant over. Right. Let's dive in. Predictions. Here we go. Right. 2-2. 2-1 Saints. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. I think I went 2-2 as well, didn't I? 3-1 Ipswich. 3-2 Ipswich. 4-2 Ipswich. 2-1 Ipswich. 3-2 Ipswich. 3-2 Ipswich. More Desmonds here. Both sides to score in virtually all the predictions here. 1-1, 1-1. 2-1 Saints. 3-2 Ipswich. 4-1 Saints. 1-0 Ipswich. I can see a lot of illogical, emotional predictions here from certain people where I know which teams they support, but there we go, as football fans for you. What can you do? I'm going to click through as many of these as we can. There we go. I've got the last one there. I think I have just about done it. There we go. Yeah, apologies for my rant. I just can't be bothered. I wake up every day, literally, guys, every day. I put my phone on, I look on the YouTube app, and someone has insulted me or had a go or whatever. And it's just like, why bother? Why bother? Dearie me. It's very tiring and you have to be very mentally strong to cope with it, put it that way. With that being said, I'll now ask you to like the stream if you don't mind. How many likes have we got on the stream so far? We've got 23. Let's see if we can get it closer to 50. You've got 9 seconds to hit the like button. This is what we call a like spike. Go. Thank you, everybody. Really, really do appreciate the support. Now, do I appreciate FootMob? Is it working? I mean, it looks like it's working to me, doesn't it? So there we go. I think we're okay. There are your teams. I'll rattle through one more time because we did it on the iPad and it didn't look great, did it? Hladkey, 2 hands, Xavier, Wolfen and Burgess Davis is the Ipswich back 4 and keeper. Longo Morsey, Hutchinson, Chaplin, Jackson. Probably switch the 2 wingers there. And Kiefer Moore. Bazunu, Bree, Bednarek, probably switch Stevens and Harwood, Bellis there. Aribo Downs, Stuart Armstrong, Adam Armstrong, Adams, and Ryan Fraser. And I think we are all good to go. Let's get the main banner up on the screen, which will say Ipswich 0, Southampton 0. We are watching on Sky Sports Football Live HD. Okay, we can give you a timestamp if and when you need them. And I will try and help out. You may be a little bit ahead or behind if you're on Now TV, Sky Go, Smart TV. Appreciate everybody up there also on TikTok watching. Welcome. Let me read one there. Sam, can't be asked with Huddersfield. There we go. An unhappy Huddersfield fan on there. Appreciate everybody watching. Also, hello on Blue Monday as well if you're watching down the Blue Monday YouTube channel. Right. Are you ready? The players are looking ready, although it looks like we've still probably got a few seconds more. Let me just double check because I was blooming behind the other day when we started this one. I think I am all good and we are all lined up. Although it does look like we're not going to kick off exactly at 5:30. Thomas, very happy Rovers fan. I will bet you are. Oscar, too nervous to watch or listen. Very, very much so. FM. Oh dear. Sometimes I ignore a man, and sometimes you must have to put up with them as well. Sometimes I'm just like, no, just be nice. Don't be an a-hole on the internet. Deary me. Right. Any more comments? Send in hugs and love. There we go. What was my? I think I went 2-2 with Sam. But what I will say is my prediction was made. We filmed that show on Monday, and we didn't know what had happened in the Good Friday games either. So a little bit of a half-blind prediction there. Right. I think I'm all set, and it looks like Southampton are all set, ready to kick off. So I'm going to hit the stinger, and we are going to be good to go for Ipswich versus Southampton. And Saints have kicked us off. They are kicking towards the north stand, if you know Ipswich's ground well. So they'll be shooting towards their own supporters, the Saints. Easy for me to say. As Stuart Armstrong, going to have fun differentiating between Adam Armstrong and Stuart Armstrong today. I'll try my best. And Saints just knocking the ball around at the back. Expect a very patient style from Southampton. And very unhelpfully, we've got a 5 and a 35 on a striped kit at the back. So that's going to be fun reading those numbers from the distance of the hard cam. Armstrong runs it down the line and gives away a throw in which Axel Tuanzebe is going to take for Ipswich. Matt, poor Albion gained a point on the playoff chasing pack coming from 2-0 down. Yeah, results. Yeah, it could have been a far worse day to draw, couldn't it? We can talk about that a little bit at half time. There is Bednarek, slides it into the front, and Adams, who works it wide to Aribo. Aribo is waiting for Bree to come and support over on that right-hand side. And Saints patiently keeping the ball. Bednarek has got it again. Back inside to Harwood Bellis. Nice ball to Aribo. This is really good from Southampton early on in this one. Adam Armstrong. It's knocked back up the line. And Ipswich keep their shape well. But Southampton moving the ball very nicely indeed to start this game. Bednarek. Fraser. Bednarek. Ipswich can't get the ball at all. That one's deflected forward, and they are going to win it now with Davis. Gets it back from Hutchinson. Ipswich get their foot on the ball for the first time, and Adam Armstrong has fouled Massimo Luongo. Good start by Southampton. They're pretty dominant in terms of everything. Well, there's been no shots yet, but for the first 2 minutes, Saints have had the ball for all of it thus far. But it's a free kick to Ipswich, and perhaps they can start to build some kind of head of steam here. Tuanzebe. Chaplin tried to play Caden Jackson in behind Stevens there. It's back to Bazunu and he gets it clear. Burgess heads forward and Aribo pulls it down. Well, Bree, horrible ball inside. Here's Kiefer Moore. Moore tries to cross it, spoons up in the air, and headed away by Bree, who understandingly apologises there. Callum, we are not covering Leeds Hull later. I can't do 2 in a day. I did 2 the other day, but with a gap. I can't do 2 in a row. I'm too old. I'm too knackered. I can't do it all. Looks like it's going to be a long throw tossed in the box for Ipswich because Cameron Burgess has made his way forward. Kiefer Moore obviously in there as well. A big aerial threat as Leif Davis winds up to take the long throw in. 3:40 on the clock. And it goes from Davis. Big header clear. And he just didn't quite get any threat on that throw in, did he? Either needs to be really big and loopy or really flat and pacey to cause trouble a long throw, doesn't it? There's a big diag looking for Jackson. And Bazunu comes out and gathers it. And a really nice roll straight out to Stuart Armstrong, who comes down the line. Little knock inside. Looks like there's a foul here on Che Adams by Luke Wolfenden, which is given. Southampton have to win from a Saints perspective. And Marlon knows more about Southampton than I do. So we will take his word for it. It's getting to that point now where you can do all the maths or you can just say Southampton have to win. It would help them greatly if they did. It would also help Leicester City and Leeds United were Ipswich to drop points or be defeated. James Bree's going to pop this free kick in for Southampton. In it goes from Bree, headed out by Tuan Zabi. Downs. Stuart Armstrong. Bree. Bree back into Downs. Still all Southampton with the possession here, isn't it? And he's gone home to Bazunu. Hutchinson chases back to try and trigger the press. Kiefer Moore follows and Ipswich are up the pitch and back into shape now. Bednarek. Harwood Bellis. Bednarek. Oh, there's a giveaway by Saints. And here is Chaplin. Chaplin on to Jackson, crossing position. Jackson in low. Moore leaves it when he could have had a shot there, Kiefer Moore. He left it for Amari Hutchinson behind him. Here comes the Saints counter attack, and Morsey stops it. Would have been interesting if Adams had managed to get past him there. This is really open. It's a good game, this. Southampton were dominant, really, in terms of possession. They actually just snapped out a couple of times and looked dangerous themselves. Stevens, who is, as we suggested, playing left back. Bazunu, Bednarek. Back to Bazunu. Bednarek once again. One inside to Stevens, who's got a nice central midfield position there. Adams, nice looking attack this for Southampton. Armstrong, who loves a shot, hits that one left-footed from distance. Hutchinson gets a bit lucky to get that back to Morsey. And Southampton have won it back again, and they are very dominant in terms of the possession. 78% possession for Southampton so far. Fraser knocks that one inside. Stuart Armstrong nearly gets by Tuan Zabi. Jackson helping out with all those clearances. Thoroughly unconvincing, but the ref has whistled it. He's pulled it back. David, I get asked this probably once a day. What will my channel look like if Ipswich get promoted? This will always be a championship channel. Ipswich were in League One. This was a championship channel. Ipswich were in the championship. This is a championship channel. If Ipswich were to get promoted, this will still be a championship channel. We've got the Blue Monday podcast, which I'm a founder of and part owner. That can do the Premier League stuff, okay? Although we do have the Premier League predictions on here, so channel will stay much the same. Downs hits the shot low, right-footed. Poor effort by Flynn Downs in front of his former home crowd. Come on, you Saints. Marvin, fearless fan. Appreciate all the people watching on TikTok up on my phone. There's something we're trying to build up here alongside all the other things you have to do. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. I wish I could just do one, but what are you going to do, hey? Hladky. Wolfenden. Tuan Zabi. Moore plays it wide. Davis tries to find Luongo. It's a decent ball. Luongo over on the left wing. Fish out of water there. Luongo, nice little knock inside. Davis hits the shot. He drags that one wide. Tit for tat with the shots then. Downs drags one wide of the post with the right foot, excuse me. Davis with the left foot. So a couple of efforts now, nothing on goal, and Southampton still sort of dominant in terms of the possession. And here they come again, Saints. Armstrong. Stewart, that is. And Bednarek knocks it back. Or rather, Stevens, who's... this is something Ipswich are going to have to look at. Stevens is working his way into central midfield over and again from left back. Very similar to how Leicester City play. I'm sure Kieran McKenna has pegged that already, but it's all very well spotting something. Entirely different doing something about it. Tuan Zabi wins it. Caden Jackson down the right. Jackson inside. Moore holds it up. Try to knock it back to Tuan Zabi, but Saints clear and Saints counter. Big hoof forward, which Hladky watches bounce and cushion half volleys out to Cameron Burgess. And here is Wolfenden. Tuan Zabi knocks it back in to Hladky again, who had a very hairy moment in possession against Blackburn. Got horribly badly caught on the ball, but then managed to make a brilliant save, albeit he wouldn't have had to if it wasn't for his own mistake in the first place. Callum, one of our Coventry friends. Good job, everyone around us dropped points because that was an awful performance. Not the time, Callum, for Coventry to be putting in an awful performance. Chaplin tries to keep that in. He's kind of helped Southampton out by giving it back to them. And Downs grabs hold of it. I wouldn't say Southampton are in control of the game, but they're more in control of the game than Ipswich are for sure with their possession. What can they do with it? Will the chances follow? They normally do. Aribo, who I saw play in the League One playoff final for Charlton against Sunderland many years ago, 2019. Fraser, nice cross in from the left. Big header clear by Burgess, and Chaplin picks it up. But Southampton are really dominating the ball here. Downs just pickpockets Chaplin, and here they come again, Southampton. Feels a matter of time before Saints are going to make themselves a decent opening, doesn't it? The way things are moving. Wolfenden just pinches that, and here's an Ipswich counter. Hutchinson does well, knocks it inside to Chaplin. Chaplin onto Kiefer Moore. Moore onto Caden Jackson. Jackson in the box. Jackson puts it across. Swiped clear. Morsey following up. Morsey, lovely ball over to Leif Davis. Davis hits the shot and he smashes it into the top corner. Southampton have had the ball for the majority of the first 12 minutes of this game. But Leif Davis is an assist machine, but he is the goal scorer today. Davis drills it near post, left-footed, and it is Ipswich 1, Southampton 0. Well, Ipswich have played the counter-attack very nicely there. It's been all Southampton in terms of the ball. They get up the pitch, and this is just great from Morsey. Very borderline the offside there, I have to say. And it's a great finish by Davis, isn't it? Catches the keeper on the near post. We'll have a good look at the offside here, maybe from this angle. No, I don't think we're going to see Davis is going to be out of shot. It's a great ball by Morsey. He's either just onside or just offside. Very, very hard to tell. But what a great finish. Some will say keeper's caught on the near post. I think it's a pretty good shot, powerful into the top corner, isn't it? There'll always be people who try and find fault in a goal, but Ipswich lead, and Ipswich will go back to the top of the Championship if everything stays the same. Sky have just told us, there we go, Ipswich will be 2 points ahead of Leicester, 4 ahead of Leeds, but both will have a game in hand. But here come Southampton down the right, little knock inside. Aribo puts it across, and there is the equaliser immediately. Che Adams is slid in from 6 yards, right-footed. Adams finds the corner, and immediately Ipswich take the lead. Immediately, Southampton have equalised 1-1. Well, everybody had both teams to score, and it's only taken 14 minutes. Adams looks onside. I think it's Davis, ironically, who's just scored the goal up the other end, who's played him on. It's a lovely touch by Aribo to find Adam Armstrong. Aribo pokes it in, and yeah, out of shot there. Leif Davis at left back, I think, is playing Che Adams onside. What a bit of action there. 2 minutes, or well, probably 13 and 14, the goals. I haven't got the times yet, but it is Ipswich 1, Southampton 1. A game that promised goals has already given us 2. And Sky are going to hit that button every time there's a goal in this game to give us the live league table. And Ipswich are no longer top of the league. They were top of the league for, I don't know, 45 seconds or something, with Southampton equalising immediately, literally the first phase of play after the goal. Saints getting back into the game. And here is Adam Armstrong, and here comes Southampton again. Rebo, little knock inside to Downs. Oh, great drive by Downs. Morsey fouls him. Free kick to Southampton. And the yellow card has come out for Sam Morsey. And all Ipswich fans are counting. That is his 13th booking of the season. And the nightmare scenario if Ipswich are in the playoffs is Sam Morsey gets booked on the final day of the season and is suspended for the entire playoff campaign. How do you block somebody on TikTok? Oh, no, I've invited him. I really didn't want to give him an invite. I don't know what I'm doing on TikTok, do I? I just won't accept it. Hang on. Who's this guy? How do I block him? There we go. Block. See you later, mate. There we go. Free kick to Southampton. Right. Yeah, all 3 games for 15 cards. It would be if you got booked on the last day of the season. That is 13 yellow cards for... crushed alive. The free kick shot towards goal by James Bree. Oh, is it a cross? Oh, they hit the post. Massively close. Dear oh me. Bree kind of swung the free kick out. Just clipped the post. Possibly. Like he didn't touch it. He threw himself across goal. And Clacky plays that one long. Nicely headed back by Joe Aribo, who had a lovely little touch in the lead up to the goal there. Before, was it Adam Armstrong who cut it back for... Was it Aribo actually poked it back through in the end? In fact, could be a really good, double contribution by Joe Aribo for the goal. And I wonder if that'll settle everything down now. 1-1. Leif Davis for Ipswich. Jay Adams for Southampton. Here's Stuart Armstrong. Luongo nicks it off Downs, and then horrible pass, just gives it straight back to James Bree. And Downs knocks it back to Bree. Southampton look very good on the ball, haven't they? Moved it around really nicely and dominated the possession, really. Ipswich's goal was certainly against the run of play if you only take possession into account, which you probably shouldn't do, but lots of people do. Adams down the line. Oh, here comes Fraser's got loads of space. Fraser against Morsey. Fraser puts the cross in. Aribo backstick. Chance Southampton. Aribo holds it up. Can he get the shot off left-footed? Aribo. Oh, double block. Maybe a handball shot there against Morsey. Blocked by... Armstrong's shot is blocked, and that is going to be a corner to Southampton, I think. Ipswich living on their nerves. I don't think it's going to be a corner, actually. Fraser was in tons of space down the left-hand side, wasn't he? Is there a handball shout in here against Burgess? Maybe not. Definitely a corner, isn't it? Well, I thought it was. What do I know? Hutchinson tries to turn his man, and Ipswich are not playing well, are they? Not keeping the ball at all. Southampton dominant in possession. Moment of quality by Leif Davis has given Ipswich the goal, but most of the other momentum in this game is with Southampton, including having scored the most recent goal. Bazunu. Bednarek. Oh, they nearly lost it right on the edge of their own box there. Morsey sliding in from behind. Got the bounce, though. I mean, Wolfenden has been whistled. For a foul on Che Adams. Definitely corner, but I'll take a goal kick. Yeah, I gave up looking at that. My first instinct, my second instinct, and my third instinct was that was a corner. But then it wasn't. Bednarek is going to take the free kick. Chaplin's about 6 yards away and refusing to move back. Referee moves him back. Away we go. And that was a whole lovely waste of time. Bree. Aribo. Sky putting the stats up. It's really interesting, actually, because the shots and the possession are really heavily with Southampton, but the touches in the opponent's box and the goals are obviously completely level. Here is Armstrong. It's out for a throw in which Armstrong himself will take. Adams prods it forward. Wolfenden, the hospital ball into Morsey. Kiefer Moore's worked that quite well. And here comes Leif Davis powering forward down the left with very little support. And the way Southampton are playing, Ipswich are really struggling to get any possession or, any worthwhile moves together. Oh, there's a nice little slide through. Adam Armstrong is in, and it is 2-1 to Southampton. Armstrong coming in off the right-hand side. They've looked so dangerous, haven't they? It's a lovely little slide through. Armstrong for his 20th goal of the season takes it first time, and it is Ipswich 1, Southampton 2. 3 goals in the first quarter of this game. Well, I mean, they didn't deserve to be behind, did they, Southampton? It's a lovely assist by Stuart Armstrong. What a great ball. And Armstrong, Adam Armstrong, can just run onto that and hit that one in first time. 20 for the season for Adam Armstrong. Easy for a player of his quality to make that finish. And Southampton have the lead at Portman Road. We said goals, goals, goals in this game. And it's very rare inside the first quarter of a game for a team to come from behind and take the lead. But Southampton have done it. The goals in this one in minutes 13, 14, and now 24. And as I say, think what you like about who deserves what. But I don't think Southampton deserved to be behind when they went behind. And, maybe the away team leading is a more fair reflection of how the first quarter of this game has gone. Bednarek pings that across the pitch. Nodded down. Aribo is robbed by Massimo Luongo, who spins and typically of Ipswich's first quarter just can't hold on to the ball. And it's turned over and Southampton have it. Nice ball outside of the foot by Adams. Wolfenden gathers it. Knocks it home. Fladkey closed down by Adam Armstrong. Wolfenden clips that forward. Given away. Ipswich look rattled, don't they, I have to say. Stevens heads it. Tuanzebe heads it back. And can Ipswich just keep hold of the ball for a couple of passes? Wolfenden knocks that infield. It's really poor again. Here's Flynn Downs. Downs to Adams. Back to Downs. Inside the box. Knocks it back to Bree. Bree. Oh, Tuanzebe. Adams slides in and gets whistled. He had every right to go for the ball. And Southampton really, really on top. Just bounced off Tuanzebe's knee, didn't it? Just a 50-50 between Adams and Fladkey. Fladkey just got there first with the advantage of being able to use his arms. Fladkey knocks it forward. And again, Ipswich give the ball away. They cannot keep the ball at the moment, Ipswich. And there's a frustration-led foul there. Caden Jackson completely takes Ryan Fraser out. And Ipswich badly on the ropes here. Southampton playing really well. The big diag. Fraser tries to turn inside Tuanzebe. He gets the first touch and it bounces off Tuanzebe. If he's onside, that's going to be a corner. Has he been whistled for handball? Oh, he has. Interesting one there. The arm didn't look in an unnatural position there. Tuanzebe seemed to have it by his side. Not too far away from the body, but free kick has been given. No Leeds coverage tonight, Russ. Just the one watch along for me today. That'll do. And we'll be back. With all sorts of content over the next couple of days. Some I can tell you about, some I can't. But Championship check-in will be on Wednesday. Free kick swung over and out of play. And I have to say, I didn't think that was a free kick. So maybe the universe resets itself. It's the universe male. Outrage people, won't it? Burgess to Tuanzebe. Can Ipswich get any kind of passing going here? Jackson, heavy touch. Back to Tuanzebe. Oh, dear. It's appalling from Ipswich. They look so rattled. So rattled. Throwing, looking for Fraser. Jackson gets a head on it. Nearly managed to work Flynn Downs in, who's been excellent, actually. Cleared down the line, takes a nick, and Ipswich just need a breather here. Need to keep this 2-1 as long as they can. Here is my match bingo card. Looking all right. But with there being 2 goals, maybe I would have hoped for a little bit more. But look, Southampton. Oh, it's a goal kick taken. I don't think I've got anything on the goals. There we go. Chaplin plays out of the line to Moore. Downs kind of and Morsey are wrestling with each other, and they've got it clear, and they've got it over to Leif Davis on the left wing. Davis inside, Chaplin misses his kick. Decent chance of that one. He missed his kick from there, from a Leif Davis pass, and scored against Blackburn, didn't he? Ipswich player down over in the right back position. I think it's Kiefer Moore, who's holding his rib cage. Unless Southampton put the ball out, we're going to play on here. And the game has stopped. Please hit the like, everybody. Yeah, do. Thank you, Vindaloo. Thank you very, very much. Which allows us, this Kiefer Moore injury, to plug Beer 52, everybody. If you have a look down there, beer52.com/Bloom. You can get that there, case of beer, not that exact one, but you can get a crate of beer with 8 worldwide beers. Look at that. How pretty is that? This is the Pale Ale. Don't know where it's from. Simcoe Mosaic Equinaut. Very nice too. Also, you get yourselves a couple of bags of bar snacks. You get a Ferment magazine. All of that. It is free, but you have to pay for the postage, which is £5.95. No obligation to subscribe. You just get the first one for a discounted rate, but you must go via the link down there, which has just appeared on Q. www.beer5252, which this game could end the way it's going, /Bloom. Free crate of beer, cover the postage for £5.95. And I think that plug has very beautifully covered the injury hold to Kiefer Moore. Russ Martin is not happy. And it's going to be a uncontested bounce for Southampton, which I think Flynn Downs is going to be able to just knock back. Will Town come back? Not with the current pattern of play, no. If this stays the same, Southampton will win this game, won't they? They've been by far the better side in the first half. Played it really well. And Ipswich, despite taking the lead, Ipswich haven't really been in the game a hell of a lot, have they? We'll look at the numbers a bit at half time, but I think Southampton are worthy of their lead as things stand. It could all change. Ipswich can pick back up, but yeah, if the pattern stays the same, I would see this ending in an away win, which is bad news for me and the other Ipswich fans. Good news for Leeds and Leicester. And of course, Southampton, because that might give them the jump start to what would need to be an exceptional run if the Saints still want to get automatic promotion. Hutchinson clips that into Caden Jackson over on the right wing. Jackson, loopy cross, not a very good one. Leif Davis tries to win it in the air, but it's a poor cross from Jackson, in my humble opinion there. Too loopy. There's one over the top for Ryan Fraser to chase. But Tuan Zabi is physically the match for Fraser there. Tuan Zabi. Morsi. And again, Ipswich give the ball away. And I think we're up to about 4 or 5 times now where Ipswich have just rushed their pass and just given the ball straight back to Southampton. And what's my latest number? 70% possession still. And it's all very well Sky putting up the stats of Ipswich being top for points from losing positions. But in a lot of those games, Ipswich had actually been playing well when they'd been losing. Whereas not really seeing that today, in my humble opinion. And this is not good news because Kiefer Moore has laid back down. He's holding the base of his spine. And yeah, this is really bad news for Ipswich. Kiefer Moore's going to have to come out. Ali Al-Hamadi is coming in. And if you watch the game, Blackburn versus Ipswich on Friday, Good Friday, here's the initial foul. Just nothing in it, was there? I don't think it was actual foul that injured Moore. I don't know whether he just tweaked something in his back. But Ipswich really got worse when Moore went out of the game. And he went out of the game in the 62nd minute in that game. He's going to be going out, it looks like, in the 35th minute of this game. And he's shaking his head, talking to the doctors. And it looks like Big Keith is done for today. Looked really innocuous. Sky got a really good shot of that, didn't they? Something tweaked, didn't it, in the bottom of Kiefer Moore's back there. And he is going straight down the tunnel. And yeah, this goes from bad to worse for Ipswich. Southampton on top, Ipswich behind. And obviously, you know, good luck to Ali Al-Hamadi. But this is a guy who stepped up from League Two in January from AFC Wimbledon to come in against a Year One parachute team. Don't get triggered at me using the word parachute team. That is objectively a fact what Southampton are. I know people are supporters of teams who have parachute money get very cross when you tell them that they are parachute teams. They are. Deal with it in whatever way you like. Just don't cry to me. But Al-Hamadi stepping up from League Two against Bednarek and Stevens and Harwood Bellis. It'll be a tough afternoon, isn't it? Afternoon, early evening on Easter Monday. And, well, to be fair, Al-Hamadi gets his press on there and forces an error. And Ipswich are going to win the throw-in. 36:40 on the clock. Tuan Zabi is going to take the throw. Hurls it down the line. Flick on. Oh, Jackson into the box. Ooh. I will plead the fifth. A decision for the referee to make there. He says no penalty. Jackson goes down. I'll plead the fifth until I see the replay. Ref had a good view of it, though. And we'll see if there was anything in Caden Jackson going down in the box. Although we're going to see this phase of play first. Ipswich got pretty unlucky, actually, with one in the game on Friday, didn't they? Where Nathan Broadhead's shirt was quite cleverly pulled by Callum Britton. Disguised that well, but in VAR land, I think it would have been a penalty. That one's knocked through to Hutchinson. Tries to chest it down. Good cover from James Bree. Davis. Morsey. Morsey picks out Leif Davis again. Luongo. Wolfenden. It's the first time Ipswich have been in what I'd call their attacking kind of passing position in the whole game, which is credit to Southampton. Jackson, horrible cross. Completely overcooks that. And out it goes. Right, we're going to see this coming together in the box. Let's have a look. Al Hamadi flicks it on. I mean, he touches him. Nah, it's not a penalty, is it? Stevens kind of leans on Jackson. Jackson's looking for it. I don't think it's a penalty. As someone says, seen them given, yeah. But we see lots of penalties given that shouldn't be penalties, don't we? Here is Stuart Armstrong down the left, and Tuan Zabi pokes that away. So we're throwing for Southampton, which Jack Stevens is going to take. Fraser. Tuan Zabi turns inside into his box, gives it to Hladky, who clears. Al Hamadi is busying himself. I think Aribo has done well to draw a foul there. Just stood his ground as Leif Davis came in to try and win it off him. Quick free kick taken. Downs, who's been excellent, hasn't he? Always did like Flynn Downs. Aribo. Burgess intercepts. Good press again by Southampton. Burgess tries to clear, and Adams has been whistled for handball. Oh, that's horrible from Ipswich. How have they given it away from there? Deary me. Stuart Armstrong knocks it back. Fraser. Jack Stevens, and he's given it away now. And again, there's the press from Southampton, which Ipswich just haven't coped with at all, have they? Except here, they've played through it once, but again, Luongo has a heavy touch and Southampton win it back straight away. Rinse repeat for most of this half, hasn't it? Been excellent, Southampton, haven't they? Stevens. Downs gets caught there by Chaplin. Referee lets that one continue. Out it goes to Fraser. And Fraser bounces up and he just controls it with his left arm. (41:20) on the clock. Ipswich 1, Southampton 2. I think Southampton are good value for the lead in my humble opinion. It's been a competitive game. It's not been a walkover, but Southampton have been the better side, haven't they? Burgess, Wolfenden, Luongo, and yet again, Ipswich unable to play through Luongo and Morsey in midfield. Here comes Stuart Armstrong, feeds it through. Big chance, Fraser. Oh, it should have been 3-1. Oh, my goodness me. Ipswich have been warned over and over again. Russ Martin applauds, and no wonder he does. Ipswich have been really bad in central midfield today. Obviously, that parlayed with Southampton pressing really well, being really aggressive. Fraser should score there. They give it away in central midfield again, and Fraser puts it wide of the post. Should have been 3-1 to Southampton. And, yeah, this is a bit gnarly from an Ipswich point of view, I have to say. Ryan, the TikTok and YouTube camera angles are throwing me off. There we go. TikTok up there. Welcome, everybody. YouTube up there. You get to see that bit of the room out there that you don't get to see otherwise. But if you do want to sign up on TikTok, you can. And our boy Jake does a amazing job with the clips. He's going to clip out me cringing while Southampton are scoring loads of goals against Ipswich today as well. Joy. Aribo. Bree. Downs. Aribo. Home goes to Bazunu. Stevens. Stuart Armstrong tackled by Caden Jackson. Chaplin. Morsey. Strong. Morsey darts forward. And Morsey might be in trouble here because as he gave it away, slid through on Flynn Downs. And if the referee decides he doesn't like that tackle, Sammy Morsey's going to be red carded. Is he getting away with it? We will find out. Let's have a look. You do wonder if Sam Morsey hadn't been booked, whether he'd have got a yellow card for that. There is good old Mick McCarthy. Back on his old stamping ground. I'm sure Mick McCarthy would have appreciated Sam Morsey in one of his teams. Is Morsey lucky to be on the pitch? Bazunu is going to take the free kick. We're about to go into first half stoppage time. 7 minutes. Crikey. Suppose we've had a few goals, haven't we? Injury to Kiefer Moore. 7, though. Hey ho. Bednarek, nice ball down the line. They're looking to play Fraser in behind Tuan Zabi again. Tuan Zabi clears. And Chaplin is body checked there by Jack Stevens. He'll be very unlucky to get booked for that if Morsey didn't get booked for a second time a minute ago. Wolfenden. Wolfenden out to Tuan Zabi. We are 1 minute into the 7 minutes minimum stoppage time. That one's clipped through the middle. Bazunu, really good bit of goalkeeping. That sprints out to the corner of his box, quickly gathers the ball in. Al Hamadi has been whistled for a foul there. This will be a free kick to Southampton. As we approach half-time in this one, thank you, everybody, for joining today. Do not forget to hit the like button, where we already have, according to my other window, 87 likes. How about that? Hit the like button. See if you can get us to 100. Armstrong, Stuart Armstrong, reverse ball. Jay Adams, out it goes to Adam Armstrong inside the penalty box. Armstrong curls left-footed, decent effort. As I say, he loves a shot, Adam Armstrong. Always used to remember when he was at Blackburn and he would have many, many shots per game. Better on the right foot, obviously. Curls that one with the left. It's not bad effort, that, is it? The line is perfect. Just overcooks it and it goes over the bar. Ipswich give the ball away again. Remember, no Kiefer Moore on for Ipswich. Adams, Downs, Aribo. Downs back out to Bree. Downs again. And Saints go all the way back home to Bazunu. We're over 100, Alex. Thank you, everybody. And if you're watching over on the Blue Monday feed as well, we really appreciate you being here. Get in the chat, get the comments, and go in. Jackson is trying to take the throw in. He's giving it to Anzabi. Chaplin wins it on the turnover, and I'm bored of saying it. Ipswich give the ball away. Chaplin tries to spin his man. I think that's going to be a Southampton throw. Luongo plays it long, looking for Jackson. Jackson heads it inside, and I hate to say it, Ipswich just need to get in the dressing room, don't they? It's just nothing's working at all, is it? Bree knocked back into a Bazunu. Stuart Armstrong, nice take. Armstrong with the right foot, lovely ball. Adam Armstrong knocks it off to Aribo. Aribo back to Adam Armstrong versus Leif Davis. Armstrong tries to get the cross in, wins a corner. $50-30 on the clock. Remember, we're going up to 52 minimum with the 7 minutes stoppage time. And James Bree is going to take the corner. In it goes, headed clear by Burgess. Aribo. Stuart Armstrong. Oh, they're in again. Stevens, great save. Fladkey, offside flag. Up. Woof. Could be a goalkeeping. I'll plead the fifth on the offside until I see the replay. He's going to be off, isn't he? Yeah, he's well off. Correct decision by the linesman. As Halaki gets closed down again. Chaplin scoops it up, or tries to, but Flynn Downs is he's like a bodyguard at the moment. He's just on everybody's shoulder in that central midfield. Here's Bednarek. Bednarek goes long. Headed out. There's the 52. And there is the half-time whistle blown by referee Salisbury. And, yeah, I'll try and give you some proper analysis, but if I can just speak as an Ipswich fan, quite badly outplayed there in that half. Southampton were really good, got their press right, kept the ball, started. Credit Southampton for Ipswich making errors, but the more Southampton controlled the ball and the press, particularly after it went 2-1, Ipswich couldn't string any passes together at all, could they? It was fairly even when the first goal went in. Leif Davis smashing one in the top corner. But it was hardly like Ipswich had started the game well and took the lead and were on top. The best thing Southampton did was immediately equalised, obviously, because then Ipswich couldn't get any head of steam. Southampton didn't really deserve to be losing when they went behind, I would add. The second goal then came 10 minutes later. It's a really good ball from Stuart Armstrong to Adam Armstrong. And then, what was that, minute 23? So, no goals in the second quarter of the game, but Southampton were much better than Ipswich. They really were. I think it was a combination of one side playing well and one side playing badly, but the side that played well were forcing the other side to play badly. Ipswich just, have really... look, Ipswich don't have the squad or the, finances of a Southampton, so you wouldn't expect them to dominate, a certain three teams in the league. But Ipswich have dominated plenty of teams in terms of possession, but not Southampton today. It's been completely the other way around. And they're pretty much nailing it, Southampton here, aren't they? Let's have a look at the numbers. And we can go to some comments and some questions. And I'd love to talk about the 3 p.m. And the Leicester Norwich game at 12:30 as well. There are the numbers, which probably backs up my eye test, doesn't it? What was the XG for Ipswich's goal? I bet it's really low, wasn't it? 0.03. There you go. 68% possession, Saints, 32 Ipswich. 0.93 on the XG to 0.17. 9 shots to 3. 2 on target each. I don't know, read into that what you will, but the 2 big chances for Southampton creating them, the 2 big goals. The other thing we should mention is Kiefer Moore injured, which really weakened Ipswich in the game against Cardiff when that turned around and Cardiff got the 2 late set play goals. And in the game against Blackburn on Good Friday, Ipswich really struggled without Kiefer Moore from minute 62. He's gone out on minute 34 today. So basically not looking good for Ipswich in many ways. And Sam Morsey could have got red carded, couldn't he? Could have had a second yellow. I actually think the tackle he got booked for was probably more a yellow card than the one he did get booked for. But, give what's in front of you at the time, don't you? So... is that enough moaning for me about the first half? We'll go to comments in just a sec. Get any questions in, we'll happily talk about the 3 p.m.s as well. Especially if we've got any QPR fans in there. Amazing 6 points over the weekend for QPR. There you go. So Leicester went top in the half 12. And as things stand, with Southampton winning, not only would they overtake Ipswich today, but they would bank back up. It'd be a 3-point swing, and they would go to the, still have the game in hand as well. So that would play really well for Leicester. Obviously, Leeds are still to play. They play at home to Hull at 8 o'clock tonight. Righty-ho. Shall we go to some comments? What do we got here? Mr. Bloom, you and Sam's predictions have to be all over the place. The results don't have to be weird for mine and Sam's predictions to be all over the place. It's the championship. It's bloody hard work as well. FHN, Harvey, I'm asking a lot about Blackburn. What was you expecting that 5-1? What are your thoughts? I was not expecting Blackburn to win 5-1 today. Just crazy classic championship stuff, isn't it? What else we got? Finn, cracking day of championship football. Playoff chasers having an absolute nightmare. That's a great point. West Brom drew, didn't they? Norwich lost. Coventry lost. Preston lost. Incredible. Let's have a little scroll up here. Zuak. Hard question. How the hell do we get back into this? I don't know. Yeah, Southampton just seem to be outright better. It's one of those, isn't it? Against the parachute teams, if they play to their potential, you are you are struggling when they're at it, and Southampton are really at it today. What have we got else here in the chat? Steve, as a Blackburn fan, I've been feeling very lightheaded for the past hour or so. What is this feeling? I've long since forgotten. 3 points and away win. Yeah, not just 3 points and away win. 5 goals as well. Sensational. Saints doing what Blackburn did on Friday, pulling us wide, midfield too slow. Luongo poor, Chaplin, Hutchinson, and Jackson Morsey poor. But well, yeah, it's been pretty one-sided, especially since that second goal went in, hasn't it? Adam, are Middlesbrough back in the playoff mix? 4 wins, 2 draws in the last 6. Mate, if Middlesbrough do another 4 wins and 2 draws, 14 points in their final 6 games, they would land on 72. They'll be close if they do that. They do need whoever's in 6th place. It's Norwich at the moment to have a bit of a nightmare, don't they? What else have we got in the chat? Saint Marlon, really good 45 from Saints. Yeah, can't disagree with that. Cameron, we're playing well today. Saints, big game later though. What did I make of the Leicester win today? Leicester Fan TV. Tom, from what I can hear, they were pretty good value for it. Went behind, didn't they, to a set play against Norwich, and they really needed it, didn't they? Leicester, after that run, what was it? 4 points in 6 games for the Foxes. So, yeah, they need to just get another winning run going. Chat. Connor Chaplin to get 2 in the second half. Playoff derby. There you go. Whose style do I prefer, Leicester or Saints? Both similar with possession, but as a Foxes fan, Saints are a lot quicker getting it forward. I like, honestly, Jack, I like both the styles. I mean, when it clicks, it's great, isn't it? It's quite kind of slow paced. You know, you see sort of Leeds and Ipswich being a lot more decisive in that top 4, but certainly the real true possession teams are Leicester and Southampton. And, you know, you get games where they seem to have loads of the ball and do precious little with it. But hey-ho. Does anyone think Smodic could do a job in a Premier League team? Not yet, no. Maybe a top championship team, though. Lee, are you still saying Huddersfield to get relegated? Yes, at the moment, but come on, look at this relegation battle. You literally change your mind every week, couldn't you? What else have we got in the chat? Alf, Millwall beat Southampton and go and lose to Rotherham. Mill! Comment of the day there. That's the championship for you. Lewis, watch along for League One top of the table clash tomorrow. I will be having the night off any watch-alongs tomorrow at Lewis, but it sounds absolutely tremendous. I'm sure you'll be at the game, won't you? But yeah, I've got a couple of things I'm working on tomorrow. So, yes, alas, there will be no watch-along. Baggies should go for Smodic. It'll cost you a pretty penny. Hamza. Russ, did someone say Patreon shout? Yes, you can join on Patreon. Thank you, Russell. And you can also hit the join button on YouTube down here. You can join the WhatsApp group, join our roundtable discussions as well. All the people that want to be smart asses with me on the internet, come and say it to my face. Go on. Why don't you? There you go. Saw Moore went off injured. Do you think he'll miss the derby? Nobody knows yet, Jeff Mann. If it's a bad back injury, then yeah, he would miss the derby because it's only in 6 days' time now, isn't it? Sean, positive for today. If we can't get anything, top 6 is confirmed. Come on, Town. There we go. Right. Thank you, everybody, for your support today. Really do appreciate it. How many likes have we got? I think we went over 100 likes, didn't we? If you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, that helps me out massively. 119 likes. Thank you for all the people. I know some people get really snarky. You know, you give free content the whole time and you have a couple of adverts and a couple of reads and they start crying. Look, that's how new media works. You'll get used to it as years to come. But there you go. So I will give a plug to our friends at Match Bingo. I'll show you how my card is doing at the moment. All right. Bottom line's looking the best one. Although I need a yellow card in the minute ended in 4, don't I, for that? And I need a left-footed goal by Southampton. Armstrong or Fraser. Well, Fraser should have scored a left-footed goal for Southampton, shouldn't he? There you go. And you can also get involved over with Beer 52. Beer52.com/Bloom. You can get that type of thing, that type of arrangement, a crate of beer with 8 worldwide beers, bar snacks, and magazine. It's free, but you have to pay the postage, £5.95. It's on the crawler down the bottom there. And thank you, all the people up there who are getting a lovely view of me pointing at them. On TikTok, we have Instagram, we have Twitter, we have YouTube, all of that nonsense. If you're a TikToker, you can get involved up there in a less than flattering angle of my Easter egg full belly. Can we do a few more comments before we go? John Barnes, what a player. Be interesting to see how McKenna manages this second half. I think Kieran McKenna's and Ipswich is, attempts to being behind and just to go for it. And, against a good team like Leeds did, you get picked off and you get thrashed. Or, against some of the lesser teams, they've come back and won, haven't they? What else have we got in the chat here? David, first time here. I don't want to support Sky. Would love to support ordinary folk. Well, that is very, very much allowed. Good luck to Clive as well, one of our friends here. Starts his new job tomorrow. You're going to be great, man. Be yourself. We know you're a great guy. And you're going to have a great day. Rodney, this is where you use Jack Taylor. Yeah. Ipswich never play 3 in central midfield, do they? And they're getting massively overrun in central midfield today with Downs and Aribo and Stuart Armstrong. And also Stevens stepping into midfield. Saints have played it really well. Jake, legend. Do you think Ipswich will win? Right now, mate, I do not think Ipswich will win. I really don't. But hey, the game could take a different turn. If it trends the same way it did in the first half, then Southampton are going to win, aren't we? They've been the better side today, haven't they? But what are you going to do? Someone else answer that in the chat. Who's the most inconsistent Championship team? I don't know. Watford, maybe. Sometimes they look really good. Sometimes they look terrible. Someone else tell me in the chat. Sunderland, maybe. Who knows? Right. Looks like we are ready to go. Sky are on their last ad break for the second half. Really appreciate you all being here today. Someone said in the Louis Leicester of late, the most inconsistent team. Probably fair enough. They've gone from record-breaking, title-winning, 110-point form to relegation form over the last 4 games. But everyone's allowed a blip, aren't they? There are the Leeds players arriving at Elland Road. It's Pat Bamford stepping in. Leeds will play Hull at 8 p.m. and they will have the chance to go back to the top of the table. If it stays the same, Leicester will be top. And then a Leeds draw would take Leeds above Ipswich, put Ipswich into 3rd. A Leeds win, we would then have Leeds, Leicester, Ipswich, which I think is how it was going into the Easter weekend. And here come the players. Here comes Sammy Morsey, who probably for a couple of seconds there thought he might not be coming out for the second half on a yellow card. Flynn Downs just nipped in ahead of him. Morsey slid in and caught him. Could have got a second yellow for that, but he didn't. We're going to move on. And it doesn't look like there are any subs, so I should just be able to run through the 2 teams for you as Ipswich look for a response in this one. They've been second best to a really good Southampton performance in the first half. There we go. There are your teams. So Flagkey in goal for Ipswich, Tuan Zabi, Wilson and Burgess. Davis, the goal scorer. Morsey on that yellow card. That's now 13 yellow cards for the season for Morsey. TikTok, Luongo, Hutchinson, Chaplin and Jackson. Kiefer Moore out. Ali Al-Hamadi in. Bazunu in goal for Saints. Harwood, Bellis, Stevens, Bednarek, Bree. Armstrong, Downs, Aribo. That's Stuart Armstrong in central midfield. Adam Armstrong and Ryan Fraser wide of Che Adams. And we are off and running in the second half. Ipswich 1, Southampton 2. We're watching on Sky Sports Football HD. If you're watching on Now TV, Smart TV, Sky Go, you may be a little bit behind me. Just ask in the chat and I'll try and provide you with a timestamp. Keep that debate going. We love to hear your thoughts in the comments. One rule for life and one rule from the internet. Don't be a dick in the comments. You know, if you get joy from winding me up or winding people up, just take a look at yourself and realize that there are good types of attention and bad types of attention. Okay. But in the main, our live chat here is absolutely lovely and we can throw up many comments. Ooh, Hutchinson trying to sneak in around the back there. He's well marshaled, but he's nicked it actually. Hutchinson on the left wing. Davis. Hutchinson tries to turn inside Bree, and he's got it back again. Hutchinson puts the cross in, goes all the way over, and Caden Jackson is quick, but Ryan Fraser is quicker. Ipswich throw, decent start to the second half. Off to take the dog out. Stop it, Chris. Have a good dog walk, my friend. David, compliments on your last stamina push. How are you and your ladies planning to enjoy the summer break? Just like that, me and my ladies, hey? Anyone with children can give me advice. My daughter will turn 3 in the August summer holiday. I can't wait. Davis knocks it into Chaplin, heavy touch. Saints clear. Ipswich keep them on the back foot. And Morsey draws the foul, does he? He does not. And Southampton come away, and they're 4-on-4 here. Big counter chance. Adam Armstrong knocks that out to Che Adams, who hits the shot. And it bobbles across the box. I think it's going to hit the corner flag. Not quite. Goes out for a goal kick. Looked like Morsey got fouled there in the build-up to that. Not given by referee Salisbury. There's Morsey and Downs, which has been a battle. It's a foul, isn't it? Yeah, got away with one there, Downs. But hey, Morsey got away with one in the first half on Downs, didn't he? And all of a sudden, Ipswich's good start to the second half could have ended in a Southampton goal. Morsey did pull Downs down afterwards. He's got to be careful, Morsey, hasn't he? He's on a yellow card. We know he's a bit of a house. Here comes Davis. Davis crosses back stick. Jackson gets up too early for that one. He does win the header, but he's going to get no power there because he's almost hanging in the air as he heads the ball. Would it be crazy to sack a manager with 6 games to play? Crazier things have happened in the Championship. 3 is the best time. So funny, so cute. We hope. Oh, Aribo just completely mugged off Luongo. Pretty poor that from Luongo. Aribo, Stevens, little dummy from Fraser, Stuart Armstrong, Stevens, Gets it back again. It's good again from Southampton. Really good. Stevens back heels it against two-hand Xavier and wins the corner. And Southampton survive all 90 seconds of Ipswich's second half push, and they look like they're back in control to me. You tell me. James Bree goes over to take the corner. Going to swing it in with his right foot. Gone short. Now he swings it in with his right foot. Big header from Burgess. Stuart Armstrong possibly had a chance on the volley there, but played the percentages and didn't shoot. Burgess, another big header away. And Downs nods it across to Bree, who's found himself all the way back despite taking the corner. He was Southampton's last man there. You figure that one out. Stevens. Adams. Space for Armstrong. Wide right. Armstrong cuts inside. Adam Armstrong, that is. Downs. Adams. Bree. Adam Armstrong. It's good from Southampton again. They're starting to control the game again like they did for the majority of the first half. Julian, yeah, absolute bloody legend in the chat there. $4.99 on the super chat. I really do appreciate it. Thanks, boss. Great friend of the channel. Julian, I recognise that name for the longest time and really, really do appreciate the support. Caden Jackson doesn't appreciate being whistled for a foul on Ryan Fraser. Remember, Ipswich do have Nathan Broadhead on the bench. That may well be a substitution we see at some point, and it will likely be Caden Jackson that goes there. Thank you. Couldn't get to the game today. No, me neither. Hence, I'm sat right here. I was working from 2 till 4 over at the old retirement village over there. Happy days. A long bank holiday shift for me today, but I'm going to chill out and read my book a bit later. Excuse me. Right, Bree, another chance to swing in a right foot free kick. Dangerous position, this, isn't it? Bree, good delivery, glance header, great save by Hladky. Ooh. He has his moments, Hladky, but that's a really good save, isn't it? Great free kick. Doesn't do a lot wrong. Forgive me, I didn't see who got the glancing header on it. Good save. Bree again, who's got his range now. He's going to take the corner. Bree puts it in. Burgess again seems to get first contact on all of those. Downs. Aribo. Downs. Fraser. Armstrong deflected. Good save again. How many times do we see them take a little deflection and just curl into the far post? Yeah. Happy days. Nice name for retirement. It's not called that, but yeah. Probably would be better if it was, wouldn't it? Flaky clears. Southampton win it back. And the pattern of the first half is resuming, isn't it? Armstrong in the box. Adam Armstrong. Stuart Armstrong chases. Another corner to Southampton, who, yeah, Ipswich had a little flurry, didn't they? 45 to 47. And then here we go again. Southampton on top. Who glanced that header? Is Bednarek on the near post or Stevens? Bednarek. Hits his shoulder, doesn't it? Really good save. In comes another cross. Aribo's going to recycle it on the far post. Horrible bit defended by Hutchinson. It's put back in. Connor Chaplin, all 5 foot nothing of him, wins the header. Crossed in by Fraser, headed out by Burgess. And out it goes. Do I think goalkeeper will be a key position? I think they've both got options, Clive. I think Ipswich can have them both for another year. So no, I think they're sorted. But from what I understand, I think Walton is on quite a nice wage to be a reserve goalkeeper. So I think from an FFP point of view, that's probably not sustainable. Wolfenden heads back to Hladky, and Ipswich have the ball for the first time in 6 or 7 minutes. Rotherham 2, Millwall 1. April Fools, eh? Ipswich throw, which Jackson is going to take. I've learned how to block on TikTok. It's great. Here's Burgess. Just closed down. Kieran McKenna's just turned around to the bench. You got to think 60, 65. McKenna's going to be making a substitute. Al Hamadi tries to turn his man. Nothing doing. But again, Flynn Downs, Stuart Armstrong in that central midfield are dominant, aren't they? Really played Morsey and Luongo well. Haven't given them a sniff, have they? Stuart Armstrong slides that through. It's excellent from Armstrong. Fraser behind Tuan Zabi. Fraser goes down. And yeah, that looked very much like the Caden Jackson one in the first half. It's clipped over the top, and Caden Jackson's chasing down the right wing. Jackson puts the cross in. I wonder, could he have tried to take his man on there? I wonder no more, because Southampton counter-attack. They're in on the right-hand side. If he can slide Armstrong in, he's gone to Fraser. Fraser saved again. And, I mean, stack these chances up now. Fraser missed a 1v1 in the first half. That could have been 3-1. And Adam Armstrong, the top scorer in the championship, was in, over, completely open then. Flagkey does really well again. Comes out, narrows the angle. Actually hits Wolfenden. But my God. The pattern of the first half is permeating into the second half. And Southampton looked like scoring the next goal as they did for, well, pretty much from the moment they went 2-1 up in the 24th minute. Corner to Southampton. And it comes from the left. Again, Cameron Burgess wins about the 50th first contact of the game. Chaplin heads it out. Morsey heads it on. But a red and white shirt is there on every second ball in this game. Aribo. Bazunu plays it out. Out wide it goes to Stuart Armstrong. Caden Jackson nicks in. Takes it off him. Wolfenden. Wolfenden gets it back, but Ipswich just haven't been able to get the passing going today in any way, shape or form. Possession for the 60 minutes we played is pretty much bob on 70%, yeah, 68% possession to Southampton. And here they come again down the left. Fraser puts the cross in. Great last-ditch clearance. And Southampton are really turning the screw here. Feels like a matter of time before the third Southampton goal is going to go in, doesn't it? Last-ditch clearance there from Cameron Burgess. Went with his left foot as well, which has a big own goal risk there. And Ipswich are going to make a treble substitution. Kieran McKenna has seen enough. And Clark and Broadhead and Taylor are coming in. Tuan Xavier's gone out at right back and Clark has come in. Jackson's come out and Broadhead's come in. So Hutchinson will swap wings and go down the right, and Broadhead will play down the left. And Jack Taylor, well, is going to go into that battle that Ipswich have well and truly lost in central midfield for the first hour of this game against Flynn Downs and Stuart Armstrong. Treble sub by Ipswich. McKenna did the same on the hour mark, or 62, against Blackburn. It didn't work in that game, I have to say. But Ipswich weren't chasing. They were defending a lead at that point. Goldie on TikTok up there. Hutchinson better on the right-hand side. Maybe so. Yeah, maybe so. Russ Martin's just giving some instructions to Adam Armstrong. Bednarek is still down. It's a 50-50 with Bednarek and Jackson. Bednarek was actually quite lucky because he really stomped down. And we know what happens if you stomp down with any kind of force in a tackle. You're just going to see the goals again. There's Leif Davis's rocket into the top corner to give Ipswich the lead. Joe Aribo poking it through to Che Adams to equalise, and a brilliant ball by Stuart Armstrong for Adam Armstrong. Did all his thinking for him, didn't he, to make it 2-1. Well, Bednarek looks really badly hurt, actually. He's trying to walk off and he's holding his back. Exactly the same as Kiefer Moore. Going off with an injury to his lower back. He really limped off, but he doesn't look like he's going to be subbed off. So, not sure entirely what's going on there, but we'll see. Throw in to Southampton, which Stuart Armstrong's going to take down the left. Adams pops it back to him. Armstrong runs it straight out of play. Davis. Taylor, first touch for the new partner for Sam Morsey in central midfield. Morsey clips it right through the middle. Looking for Al Hamadi, but nothing doing. Well, Bednarek has come back in. He's still kind of limping, isn't he? But he's on the ball right now. And he's kind of doubled over. There's no way he can continue if he's as badly hurt as he looks. Took a couple of touches, gave the ball away, and then kind of leant down with his hands on his knees and held his back again. Morsey fouls Stuart Armstrong. And are we going to see Southampton go to the bench? So it should play. Bree runs past Broadhead. Harwood Bellis. Bree. Harwood Bellis again. Southampton looking after the ball very nicely, as they've done for pretty much all this match. Bree. Harwood Bellis goes back to Bazunu. Southampton patient. Bazunu goes long. Burgess heads away. Broadhead, nice first touch. Broadhead now drives into the pocket. Al Hamadi is in, and Al Hamadi has hit the post. Ipswich really unlucky there not to get the equalising goal. Broadhead does really well. He slides in. Ali Al Hamadi. He doesn't do a lot wrong, does he? Lovely feet. Slips as he hits it. Hits the base of the post. Unlucky there not to get the equalising goal, Ipswich. That's all it takes, isn't it? A 2-1. Just a little burst from Broadhead, a bit of skill from Al Hamadi, and it could have been 2-2 despite Southampton having chances to go 3-1 up, 4-1 up, however you want to look at it. Here's Morsey. Broadhead. Blocked out by Downs, who's been just really good, hasn't he? Downs. It's a throw into Ipswich. I think Downs must have run it out of play. We're going to get a good replay from Sky here. Yeah, he just slips, tries to plant his left foot. Still gets a decent enough hit. Here comes Southampton. Now, Ryan Fraser. Fraser, poor shot, right-footed. Easy gather for Hladky, who bowls it out. And Jack Taylor plays it into the channel for Hutchinson. And Ipswich, nice and direct. And that will probably wake the crowd up at Portman Road. Chaplin. Clark. Chaplin. Big switch of play. Here's Leif Davis into the box. Davis. Davis knocks it back. Taylor. Broadhead right foot. He bangs it into the corner. Ipswich back into the game. Hitting the post just a minute ago. And it's the substitute, Nathan Broadhead, with the right foot, finds the corner. Southampton had chances to go 3-1, 4-1 up. But it's 2-2. Broadhead the score. Ipswich 2. Southampton 2. And there is the impact from Broadhead off the bench. Davis knocked it back. It's a lovely little first-time ball. It's a good goal, actually, isn't it? Chaplin switched the play. Who sticks that ball back into Broadhead first time? Jack Taylor, possibly? And Broadhead just steered it in with his right foot. Yeah, it's Jack Taylor. And McKenna's done it again, hasn't he? The substitution works out an absolute treat for Ipswich. Taylor, one of the subs, to Broadhead, one of the other subs. And it's Ipswich 2, Southampton 2. On the balance of play, do Ipswich deserve to be level? No. But you take your chances, you stick the ball in the goal. Here comes Davis powering forward. Davis just shot there from about 35 yards out. Broadhead, edge of the box. And Downs nicks it off Broadhead. Ooh, yellow card surely coming out for Jack Taylor there. He has clattered Stuart Armstrong there. You can't do that. Bit of over exuberance from Taylor, who's surely going to get booked for that, isn't he? He's taking his time. Looked a nailed on yellow card, yeah. Had to be booked for that, Taylor, didn't he? He absolutely smashed into Stuart Armstrong. Oof. Most nailed on yellow card you'll see all day. But look, maybe that's the way for Ipswich now. It's got to be aggressive, got to be direct, and try and disrupt the Southampton. Southampton. But I'm just laughing because of the quality these ex-Premier League teams can bring on. Here comes David Brooks on for Southampton off the bench for Ryan Fraser. David Brooks, excellent player. Had some horrible health issues as well. So good to see him back and playing regularly. Albeit off the bench here for Southampton. Home it goes to Bazunu. Big press by Al Hamadi. Does really well. And Bazunu with the unforced error. And Ipswich just very simply being more direct, running a bit more, pressing a bit more, and getting a bit of joy out of it. Morsey hits a long ranger. Easy gather for Bazunu. Although here comes a Southampton counter. Stuart Armstrong to Adam Armstrong, runs into trouble. Hutchinson to Morsey. Morsey to Clark. And Taylor just kind of kicks it into the channel. But Al Hamadi did really well, actually, to win a foul there. And Al Hamadi needs to calm down and not react. As Harry Clark is going to take the throw-in for Ipswich. Thank you for all of your support today. I really appreciate all the comments, all the likes. We've got loads of them today. The likes are up to 152. How about that? Thank you, everybody. Muchly appreciated. Clark, Burgess, Davis. It's a foul, isn't it, by Downs on Jack Taylor, who's made a really good impact, hasn't he, Taylor, since he came on? Fresh legs. Driving runner from central midfield, Jack Taylor, isn't he? (72-41) on the clock. Ipswich 2, Southampton 2. Just breathless stuff in the Championship for your Easter weekend. Free kick, Ipswich, Leif Davis. Look out for Connor Chaplin. Davis is going to whip it in with the left foot. And it comes from Davis, who is a brilliant free kick taker. That was not one of his best. Easy gather for Bazunu, who throws it out. Suspiciously looked like he might have been outside the box there, but who am I to say? It's Hutchinson. Hutchinson against the Rebo down the right. Hutchinson puts it in with his left foot. Big clearance. I think from Harwood Bellis, was it? Southampton ruined those missed chances before the subs came on. Well, absolutely. Could have gone 3-4-1 up, Southampton, couldn't they? Here's Bednarek, who's back. Well, actually, still doesn't look like he's moving perfectly, does he? Maybe that's just his running gait, if that's the right word. Bree closed down by Broadhead, who's come off the bench to equalise today. We're throwing to Southampton. we come up 75 minutes. How are your hearts if you've got a vested interest in this one? Bazunu takes the goal kick quickly. And it goes from Bednarek into the left back area. Bazunu's got it again. Al Hamadi closing down. Chaplin slides in. They've nearly won it back there, Ipswich. Although that's a nice ball into the front from Bree. And there is Brooks with a nice switch of play. Great ball from Brooks. Here's Adam Armstrong. Armstrong plays it on to Stuart Armstrong, and it's turned over. Horrible touch by Hutchinson. He's given it straight back to the Saints. Bree, hospital ball into Brooks. And here's the counter for Ipswich with Al Hamadi, who's got two up with him. Al Hamadi still Al Hamadi. Oh, he should have played it earlier. And Chaplin has the shot from the edge of the box. They want a corner. I don't think they're going to get one. And Al Hamadi there, he just did neither nor, did he? He had a runner either side. Jack Taylor on his left, Amari Hutchinson on his right. And he didn't find either of them. Kieran McKenna stood there saying, play it to the right, play it to the right. Yeah, no more football for me today, Marek, after this one. That'll do me for the day. Jay Adams out. Sam Adozie in. Adozie will play on the wing for Southampton. Adam Armstrong will go down the middle. And Southampton play out nicely from the goal kick. Really well worked. Here's Adozie immediately into the game. Adozie into the box. What an impact that could have been. And has he drawn the foul there? No. Morsey hit the deck very dramatically. And Clark's going to come away with it. Oh, it's a dreadful pass by Clark. Ipswich have been so untidy with their passing for a lot of today, haven't they? Very out of character. Slid into Adam Armstrong, edge of the box, can't quite get out of his feet. Broadhead slips over Aribo, knocks it out to Brooks. Brooks knocks it inside. Big chance across the box. It goes blocked. Oh, goodness me. Adam Armstrong had two bites at the cherry then, and if he could have lifted it on either of them, he definitely scores, doesn't he? Look at that. Jack Stevens up in the box. Who's been here, there, and everywhere today. Al Hamadi, knock inside. Chaplin, nice ball to Leif Davis. Davis down the left wing. Looked like Hutchinson got pulled back there, right on the edge of the box there. I can only think the ref didn't see it. I'll plead the fifth until I see the replay, but Southampton are now breaking the other end of the pitch with Stuart Armstrong, who's got Adozie ahead of him. Adozie versus Harry Clark. Adozie tries to run him. Out of play it goes. Harry Clark gives it the big fist pump to the crowds. Let's see if Southampton got away with a naughty pullback there. They very much did, didn't they? As Jack Stevens managed to do that on the blind side of the referee. No foul given, but it looked like a clear pullback, didn't it? Ho-hum. Hutchinson wins the throw-in. Down the line it goes to Chaplin. And Chaplin wins the foul from Bednarek. And Southampton centre-halves looking after themselves, let's just say. Free kick taken quickly. Leif Davis can't control it. And Southampton are going to try and pounce on that and come down the right-hand side. Here's Bree. Nice little slide in. Well played, Jack Taylor tracking the run. Taylor clips it into Al Hamadi, who can't hold it. Aribo for Southampton. Oh, nice little slide in. Stuart Armstrong pokes it on. Edozie, can he keep it in? Looks like he did. Edozie against Clark once more. Ball's pinballing about there. Looks an interesting battle between Edozie and Clark. Clark's got to play that with his head, not his heart. Else he's going to dive in and something bad is going to happen. Why did you get placed in a timeout, Isaac? Think about it, mate. Think about what you commented just before you went in a timeout. Edozie knocks that one inside. Bounce back to Edozie. Southampton plenty in the box here. In goes the cross. Burgess gets up. Morsey heads it away. Al Hamadi, can he hold that one? He can. He's done well. And Hutchinson comes down the right-hand side for Ipswich. Oh, lovely little clip in. Into the box is Chaplin. Chaplin tries to put it across. Cleared away, I think, by Bree with Broadhead trying to arrive on the end of it. And we're going to get another substitution for Southampton. A double, in fact. I think Stuart Armstrong and Joe Aribo are coming out. Strong bench for Southampton. Look at that. Joe Rothwell and Will Smallbone coming in. Goodness me, they've got some quality, haven't they? The Southampton have brought in Brooks, Edozie, Smallbone and Rothwell into this one. Davis, Taylor, Burgess. Wolfenden gets closed down by Edozie, bounces off him. It's going to be a throw-in for Ipswich down in the right back area. Downs. Bednarek, or I think it's Howard Bellis, actually. Nice ball out. There's a big switch of play and a wide open space for David Brooks on the right wing. Brooks, nice little slide in. Rothwell helps it on. Edozie's driven wide. Edozie v Clark again. Edozie, he's run Clark inside, outside. Doesn't put the cross in. It goes to the edge of the box. Downs does put the cross in. He's won the header there, Stevens, but loops up in the air and an easy catch for Vaclav Kladky. There is George Burley in the stand. My favourite all-time Ipswich manager, George Burley, but he may be overtaken by the current manager. Also managed Southampton, of course, didn't he? Burgess, Broadhead. Burgess goes back to Kladky, who goes long. And they've given it away, Ipswich. Edozie was coming from an offside position, so as soon as he became active, he was flagged. There's a big diagonal, and Leif Davis is trying to get in behind, and Leif Davis has been pulled back by James Bree, who's surely going to go in the book here, and the red card has come out. Wow. My first instinct was that that wasn't a denial of an obvious goal scoring opportunity. I'll wait for the replay, but Bree has been red carded. We'll have another look. So the question is, was Leif Davis about to get a shot off? Has Bree denied an obvious goal scoring opportunity? Let's have a look. Is Harwood Bellis going to block the shot? I don't know. You tell me in the chat. It's a great chest down. It's definitely a foul, isn't it? Has he denied an obvious goal scoring opportunity? Borderline, isn't it? Is Harwood Bellis just going to get across and cover? Interesting. Very, very interesting. Southampton are going to play the last 5 minutes with 10 men. Can Ipswich take advantage? They've got a free kick on the edge of the box. James Bree has been red carded for denying an obvious goal scoring opportunity. I'm going to plead the fifth. I'm 50-50 on that one. I need to see a real good slow-mo replay from the big angle there. If he was going to get a shot off, then it's a red card. But if Harwood Bellis, who I think it was just going to block a shooting opportunity, then maybe it's a yellow card. I don't know. I'll wait for another replay. Free kick, though, to Ipswich. 86-27. Broadhead and Taylor are there. Goes short. Broadhead deflected. And Davis pops it down the line. And Southampton are going to be able to clear their lines. But fair play to them. They don't just hoof it clear. They wanted to play it out. And Wolfenden knocks it back to Hladky. And Clark is flagged for a foul. Be careful, Cameron, in the chat. Remember, last man, and this is a very important distinction. You can think it wasn't a red card, but it's not. Last man isn't in the word, and it's denial of obvious goal scoring opportunity, which is an important distinction that I've always fought for. Free kick comes in for Southampton. Davis wins it in the air, and can Ipswich counter now with Davis, Broadhead and Al-Hamadi running ahead of him. Davis, little knock inside. Broadhead shot deflected. Good block there. Broadhead hit it with the right foot. Davis knocks it back. Oh, goodness me. Chaplin didn't miss by much. But I think the offside flag, when did it go up? I think they were saying Al-Hamadi was interfering with play when the shot went in. Chaplin just scooted that one past the post, didn't he? Jeremy Sarmiento has come in for Connor Chaplin. That was his last touch. 88-41 on the clock. Ipswich 2, Southampton 2. Southampton down to 10 men. James Bree red carded for a denial of an obvious goal scoring opportunity with, I think, 85 gone. The red card came out. And Flynn Downs is going to take the throw in. Took forward. Burgess heads it away. Morsey heads it on. Sarmiento chasing. Nice turn by Rothwell. Nice ball by Rothwell as well. Here's a Dozy. A Dozy feeds it into the box. Armstrong is into the box, pops the cross in off Harry Clark. Corner to Southampton. The 10 men having a good go at this. 89.50 on the clock. We're counting down. About to go into stoppage time. And Southampton have a corner. And it comes from Smallbone. Big header clear by Cameron Burgess. 7 minutes of stoppage time. Same as in the first half, we had 7 minutes of stoppage time. Davis wins the header. Broadhead 50-50 with Downs. I love Broadhead, but there's only ever going to be one winner in that equation if you know the two players. Adam Armstrong then just leaves one on Cameron Burgess. And it's a free kick to Ipswich. Leif Davis. Davis boots it forward. Al Hamadi is inside the penalty box. Knocks it back to Broadhead. Broadhead to Davis. Davis to Taylor. Taylor, Wolfenden well forward. From centre back, Wolfenden. Clark, crossing position. Clark to the back stick. Davis heads it down. There was 3 arriving. Couldn't pick any of them out. And Cameron Burgess knocks that home to Vaclav Hladky. Clark down the line looking for Sarmiento. Sarmiento's run around a lot since he's come on, and I don't think he's managed to control the ball yet. Just slipped over as soon as he got it then. Cleared away. Fraser knocks it on to Smallbone. Downs back to Smallbone. They've got an overload actually here. Southampton on the wing with Edozie, but he's just controlled it and stepped back inside. In comes the cross, headed away by Wolfenden. Ipswich very deep considering they're playing 10. Little knock inside. Nice back heel. Good give and go. This is excellent from Southampton. Oh, goodness me. Wolfenden slid in there and cleared it away. It looked like they cut Ipswich open. It's a corner to Southampton. Leif Davis has gone down with cramp by the look of it, which is going to delay the corner, which means we're going to go well over the 97 minutes. Fair play to Saints still having a go. You'd have to agree with that, wouldn't you, with 10 players. And Will Smallbone is going to take this corner. In it goes by Smallbone. Wolfenden gets eyebrows on it on the near post. It's going to go all the way out for a throw-in for Southampton, which Edozie will take. No, he won't. Drops the ball down, and Jack Stevens is going to take it. I don't know if he's a long throw-in guy. I think he may be. Goes short in the end. And Southampton have won another throw-in. They're managing stoppage time with 10 men really well. They've been doing all the attacking, to be honest. Edozie gets it in the corner, and now Morsey will have a chance to clear the lines for Ipswich. Can Al Hamadi do anything with that? He can. It's poked back to him. Al Hamadi is another huge tackle goes in there, and I'm sure another yellow card is going to be coming out here for Bednarek. Just slid through Al Hamadi there. It was a definite yellow card, wasn't it? And Ipswich will have a chance to push Southampton back and presumably stick this free kick in the box. 94-45. We're going to play at least 97. I suspect more like 98, 98 and a half, given the slow play in stoppage time we've seen. Just ticked over 95 minutes. Davis clips it in, headed on by Sarmiento. Burgess was in there. Sarmiento is blocked. Oh, they didn't get the bounce there. Bazunu does well to stand up for that, and Southampton are going to try and counter once again. Lovely little chip in, but Sarmiento has dived in and won it back. Say dived in, nipped in and won it back. And Ipswich have a chance to rebuild from the back with Wolfenden, Clark, Hutchinson, Clark, Wolfenden, powers forward, plays it out to Davis all the way out on the touchline. Davis crosses, looking, I don't know who he's looking for there. The assist machine puts the poor cross in, and it's an easy header back, which Gavin Bazunu just gathers. (96-16) on the clock. We're going to play a minimum of 97 as the long goal kick goes all the way through. I suspect it'll be more like 98. Here is Harry Clark. Morsey drives from central midfield and plays it out to Leif Davis, who is in tons of space. Davis into the box. Davis puts it in low. Sarmiento was there. Sarmiento! Ipswich are going to win! 96 minutes, 53 on the clock. It's into the back of the net. 3 seconds ahead of minimum stoppage time. It's Ipswich 3, Southampton 2. Sarmiento is the goal scorer, and I think my head is going to explode. Wow. Just wow. Ipswich have taken the lead. They are 3-2 up. And that went in 3 seconds before the end of minimum stoppage time. Utterly incredible. Sarmiento slipped. He just poked it towards the corner and it went right into the side netting. I cannot believe it. It is Ipswich 3, Southampton 2. And if Ipswich can see out the remaining stoppage time, of which there's probably another minute, they will win this game 3-2. Look at Kieran McKenna's reaction. Absolutely incredible. Utterly incredible. Look at the celebrations on the bench. It's not over yet, but that could just be the biggest goal you will ever see. The ball goes long forward. It's headed down and out of play, which will be an Ipswich goal kick. And Ipswich Town have gone back to the top of the championship in, again, dramatic fashion. Jeremy Sarmiento with seconds of stoppage time remaining. Southampton were down to 10. And Ipswich, unbelievably, have snuck a victory out of this game against Southampton. Utterly incredible. The winning mentality of this team. People will say Ipswich are lucky and, fine, whatever. At this point, just whatever. This team just knows how to win. They should have been probably 4-1 down in the second half with Ryan Fraser missing a couple of chances. They hung in there. They got the equaliser through Nathan Broadhead. Southampton go down to 10 men on 85 minutes with the red card for James Bree for denial of an obvious goal scoring opportunity. And then 3 seconds I made it from the end of minimum stoppage time. Jeremy Sarmiento pokes Ipswich to the top of the table with the most dramatic late winner you will ever see. I need to calm down. And frankly, I'm going to watch this and enjoy it because I'm an Ipswich fan and I'm completely impartial and try and call it down the middle on here. But I just want to sit and watch this on the TV. So I'm going to say a massive thank you to everybody for joining today. A dramatic late win for Ipswich. Sarmiento with the goal. And it is Ipswich 3, Southampton 2. Can you believe it?